Welcome everybody to What's Up Bowl Time. Fernando Ramirez here for another edition of a game preview. The Chargers go to Cleveland to take on the Brownies on Sunday. Apologize for the show starting a little bit late. Had to go on a Costco run, and there's a lot of people at Costco. I mean, that's what I get for going on the day before Halloween. People are buying candy and decorations and all that stuff. So I apologize for that. But we are here. We are ready to go. You know what? I'm even going to skip the intro because I know that that's not what you guys want. I know what you guys want. There is one individual that would get you guys to, there is one individual that would get you guys to forgive me for being late. So here he is. He is ready to go. Let's bring him in.
Woo! Fired up on a Thursday, are we?
It's a Wednesday.
Shit. We usually record on a Thursday. Fired up on a Wednesday, are we? Oh, my whole week's messed up. We didn't have mass. We didn't have mass on Thursday. That's why, or on Wednesday. That's why I'm so messed up.
I know.
There you go, you. There you go, you.
Who do you get to see on Friday?
I get to see Sir Eric. I'm cashing in on my bet. Cooper's in the house. Shout out. Kay, shout out. Angel, shout out. Rob, shout out. Fassi Oi. Shout out to you.
Wasted Wednesday. The one I don't need.
The one holiday I don't need to wear a mask. LOL. That's hilarious.
Wasted Wednesday.
Hey,
guys,
let's start slinging it. Sling it back
again. Oh wait, what is this decor? I apologize.
I was about to say this isn't our home right here. There we go. Feel the lightning. What is it? What's the cool runnings? Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhyme. It's bobsled time.
Obviously a big game this weekend with the Chargers going into Cleveland. It'll be an interesting game. Dan, the weather is predicted to be cloudy, cold, and it could rain. So,
God.
It'll definitely be interesting to see what these guys are able to do with conditions like that. Who knows? Who knows what happens there, but should be interesting.
Hey, shout out to you making that money. Appreciate you, Hugh. Appreciate you. Good luck to you. Hopefully you get a lot of requests. Shout out, Hugh.
Oh, hey, Hugh. That's awesome. Yeah, we hope you get a lot of
requests. Gotta go get that money. Go chase the bag.
We hope we make it easy, an easy drive for you. Here you go, Dan.
History.
Oh, there you go.
Feel the rhythm. Feel the ride. Get on up. It's bobsled time.
Sanka.
Exactly. Yeah, so he's from Oregon. Cooper, do you and Hugh know each other? Or how do you know he's from Oregon? Oh, they're talking about Herbert. They're talking about Herbert. Sorry, Cooper. Yeah, you're right.
I was going to say, wow, look at that. That's what we do here. We unite. We make friendships in the chat, on and off screen.
Dan, obviously, the easiest way for us to start off today is by getting you hyped. You love to get hyped, don't you?
Yes.
There's no one
trying to piss me off.
I don't think there's anybody that hypes you up more than seeing this man.
Alex.
They've been able to get
there he is.
The passing game here in the second half. That's been a huge development.
As Herbert.
Dog.
Throw on the run.
Goat.
Touchdown. Oh,
Mahomes who?
Matt McConkey. Double, baby.
Yeah,
Dog.
Okay.
That throw was incredible.
Second touchdown for Herbert. Second touchdown reception for McConkey.
Look at that, Dan.
He's hyped, dude. I love it. I love seeing this.
And Justin Herbert. 6 targets, 6 receptions, 111 yards, 2 touchdowns. Have a day, rookie.
There's no one I love watching more than Justin Herbert, dude. I am the biggest, I know I don't have the Captain America shield right now on me like I did in the past, but I am the biggest Justin Herbert defender, out there. The son of Odin, just so you understand for now, if you put a needle in a haystack and he's got a football, he's going to find that damn needle. He's going to sling that thing and he's going to put it right there. Piss missile. He's going to get it right where he needs to. He's going to climb the pocket. He's going to evade rushers. He's going to sling it where he needs to go.
Afraid to use that big old body in that frame.
I love that. Just mute it. Make it better. Mute it. Take off Mark Sanchez. I don't want to hear him. There you go. Look, he's just a dog. Majestic. Look at that. Look how hyped he is for his teammates. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. There's no one I get more excited to see. Seeing
Dan,
Herbert with him.
Have you felt like Herbert's kind of turned he seems a lot different. Look at that. He seems Dan, look at that.
Herbert, it's like Angel says right here, right? He says seeing Herbie with emotion is honestly one of the best things to come out of Harbaugh. 100%. That's when you start coming into your own. That's where you feel it. That's where you're gaining confidence. It's absolutely beautiful. I love seeing it. I love seeing them bully these guys, dude.
Dan, remember before the draft, the fake news media was trying to tell you that Herbert wasn't him.
It's so crazy, dude. All these lames out there, especially on Fox, unbelievable. I don't even know what they're watching, honestly. But, half of them are
a lot of draft analysts.
Oh, ass analysis. They're all corporate drones. They're all corporate drones getting paid to push Mahomes. No thanks. I say no thanks, dude. I do not want him, Jackson, Pat Sr. Pat Sr. probably played whatever sport he played at Georgia, by the way he drives. That's kind of interesting right there. I just thought of that on the spot. That was pretty good.
I
have a little wit.
Good. Dan, let's get into
sponsor me, Coca-Cola.
By the way, Dan, I am a little offended. We don't get offended that much on this podcast.
Not at all.
But why did we not win this award? Not because of me, but because of you, Dan. How were you not named people's sexiest podcast host of 2024?
Dude, and look who they give it to. We're just handing out awards to tools now. Like, that's just crazy to me. I like Jason. I think Jason and I, honestly, if it wasn't for his brother, we'd have a lot in common. I'm sure we
met him.
Time. That's right. I did. He was a good guy. I was rooting for him. I told that to Travis's face.
Yeah, he was really nice.
I told him that
he wasn't happy with you though.
No, they're piss ants, whatever. But I'm just so tired of both of them. I am so tired of both of them. Like Travis, I can't stand for obvious reasons, and Jason's kind of guilty by association. His commercials are okay and stuff like that, but I'm kind of like after the whole Arizona Super Bowl, I'm like I can't do it anymore. Get him off the screen.
Everybody in the chat, let me ask you guys a question. Who are you guys more tired of? The Kelce brothers or Patrick Mahomes? Who tires you guys out more?
Who?
I want to know. I want to know who you guys think is
between who and who?
The Kelce brothers and Mahomes.
Oh my god! That's like taking the $2 billion. Who do you hate more? Do you hate Hydra or do you hate who's another? I can't think of a villain right now. That is tough. Oh, there you go. Okay, is that K or who was the other one? Matt?
No, that's not K.
That's Matt.
I can't remember Chris Collins.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that. I like this one. I like Angel.
Is it Brian? No, I can't remember his name.
I thought it was Matt. I thought it was Matt.
K is YouTube.
Yeah, I thought it was Matt. Oh, it was Matt. See, there you go. I like.
There you go, Matt. Yeah, good job, Dan.
I love what Angel says here. I agree. Gilberto. I'm tired of his ass. I'm just kidding. Willie. Oh, I thought I said Willie Brown. I was about to say, hey, look at this. Got a San Francisco mayor in here. How we doing? That threw me for a loop for a second. I was about to say, how we doing?
Oh my God, Gilberto's the one that everybody's freaking
coming in here. Oh, Matt, I like this. I'm gonna have to let him know. Gilberto Francano. I'm gonna bring that up to him on Tuesday. Make sure you log in on Tuesday.
All right. Dan, are you down for some film?
All right, let's see it.
All right. Dan, have you loved your your fifth overall pick?
I do like him. I do. He's the mountain. Okay. We got the son of Odin protected by the mountain. Okay.
All right, Dan. Let's go with the first play.
Oh, he's got it wide. He's got wide. Oh, I like that. Look at his. Just go back real quick. Look at how big of a dog he is. He doesn't even care about his helmet.
That's your Davion Clowney.
Pause it when he makes contact. Look at that. He's literally under his shoulder pads. What more do you want? And then continue playing. Good foot movement. That's what you want, dude.
That's not
is
illegal hands to the
exactly-
face, Dan?
Did it not get called? Oh, I'm sure it didn't because they don't care about Justin Herbert. They don't want to protect him. No big deal. Look at the son of Odin, dude. Just a majestic dart. Look at this. I like it. Ooh, beat inside. Does he recover? Oh, he recovers nicely. But that's the thing, right? You got to have fast feet. Too many guys are heavy with their feet, and that's what always causes them to get into trouble, right? Oh, this is a good angle. Let's see this. Splits are tight. Okay. Oh, wow. Got a pancake. Look at the proper angle he takes, too. This guy's so football savvy. It is crazy. Look at that. I guess he's for the pullout.
Is he owed a burrito,
angle.
Dan?
Oh my God. Yeah, he needs a burrito. Get that guy some food. Stack his ass. Put him in the ground. Beautiful. Okay, let's see here. Here we go.
That tight end was Dan, is it me or is the tight end kind of in motion a little? Oh no, it's J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah.
Because look, he basically
Yeah,
he
they almost run
pushed
into
off.
each other. Yeah. Dude, like look how he makes him run the hoop like a that's Max Crosby, making him run the hoop like a little bitty fish. I'm just kidding. Unless he wants to come on the show, then we're good. Look at that. Nice little chip. That's the thing, right? The thing about playing tackle, okay, just so everyone understands, the beauty of it is, usually it's one of the best linemen because you're on Gilligan's Island or Survivor Island or whatever you want to call it, right? Not Love Island. No degenerate stuff happen out there. But you're on an island, right? And you have to be so patient and so football savvy to understand what is going on that you have to make sure all your angles are right, all your steps are right. It's just a thing of beauty when you see a good one out there doing it. Let's see this. Ooh, nice little cut off. Moves his feet. Oh, pancake number 2. Let's keep rolling. I just wish you would have cut him off a little bit.
Oh,
better.
and you know that was right, Dan?
Was that Cam Jordan?
No, the guy that tried to hurt your
breathing on this
quarterback.
thing. That guy's a bitch. I'll say that one. That was so dirty, and everybody's like, "Oh well, shut up." This was Mahomes. They would have put him in prison. Where do you think they would have sent him? Guantanamo, or you think they would have sent him to
Alcatraz? They would have opened it up.
Oh, there we go. They would have reopened it. That's hilarious. Let's see. Play that. I like that. Good angles. Look at that. Just cuts him off. I just wish he'd be a little lower. Don't take the helmet to helmet. That's good though. He's such a dog, dude. I love. Look, kept it open, kept the hole open right there for the cutback.
Another one?
I don't think. Did he pancake him? Kind of. He's more falling. He's more diving for that one. I don't know. Look at that. Look at the patience. So okay, the only thing right there. Back up a little bit. That's what's called right there. Freeze it. That's fine. Go back a little bit. That's what's called a long arm, right? Defensive ends love doing that to try and get separation, and then when they release, they dip under or they rip under, right? Just so to create kind of space, and then they when you're in that position, a lineman likely leans forward, so when you dip under, you can rip under, right?
Yeah.
The other thing I wish he would do here is just smash his forearm. And I mean, break his wrist, whatever it takes, get him off you, refit and reset. But, he's just so big, he can get away with it, Let's see, keep playing. He's so good, dude. What was it last week? He gave up 0 pressures on 38 passes or something like that?
Yeah.
So are these all repeats? Oh, no, here we go. So good. So good, dude. He's patient.
I would have loved to have seen him against Chris Jones week 4.
Oh, yeah, that would have been pretty good. Well, we'll get it at the end of the season anyway. Just look at the patience, look at the violence, look at understanding what to do in his assignment, right? And that's the biggest thing, right? Look how patient he is. Waits to make contact, runs his feet, moves his feet.
Oh, and you know what? That was the Ladd McConkey touchdown, I think, the way that was going. Yeah.
Go.
Oh, no,
there
that was the Josh Palmer 46-yard catch.
There you go. Look at that. Look at the patience. He's so big, he can lean and get away with it. It's kind of crazy. Because, even though he's kind of leaning, look at that. Guy ate it right there. He's just so good, dude. Like he's the standard for excellence right there. Jeez. Oh, right there again. Smash his wrist. Get his hand off you. Oh, good. Good. Again, there I wish he would take.
Hey, you
off
know what's
his wrist
crazy?
again.
He's only 5 games in.
And he's only a rook. Yeah, he's only a rook. They just need to find 3 guys inside, dude. And this is going to be so scary. People are going to have nightmares of this offensive line if Jim Harbaugh can get it to what he wants.
Let
Oh my
us.
God, I'm breathing on the mic again.
Is Alt the best right tackle we've had since Roman Oben? Yeah. You know what, Alex? I would say so. I mean, you've had Jeremy Clary, who wasn't very good. DJ Fluker.
Yeah,
DJ Fluker, his first 2 years he was good, but then kind of struggled a little bit after that. Sam Tevy.
Oh my God! Don't bring up that name. My God.
I think he has. I think Alt potentially could be probably their best right tackle of all time. That's how good
he is.
The dude is. Yeah, he is something else. Alton Garrett, yeah, we'll get into that right now. Just trying to go through a little offense. I know Dan loves seeing his quarterback throw the football. Dan, let's go through this a little bit. Is there anybody
just Herbert?
Yeah.
That's the thing, right? If you just give him enough time, he's gonna find somebody. You know what I mean?
He doesn't get smacked in the helmet right here.
It's so crazy, dude. The things they're allowed to do to him that they don't call is honestly insane. But you know,
look at his pocket presence on his play.
Yeah. He's climbing. But this is what quarterbacking should be. How many of these guys wouldn't have escaped the pocket and gotten sacked? Like
you could tell he's getting healthier though with that ankle. Yeah. Look at this play.
You can't teach that, dude. Yeah, and he's just making an athletic play. Oh, he's just a dog. I will go to the bat against anybody and say Justin Herbert's the best quarterback in the NFL. There's no one I would rather have on this team.
Tony sometimes doesn't believe so.
Oh, okay. Don't forget, there's a Tony on the team now.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. That's Stooge, another Stooge I have to deal with in my life. Frown, Rob says you froze, by the way, just FYI.
Oh, I'm frozen right now?
Yeah, I don't see you move. Can you see me move or no?
Oh, well, I'm running this. Oh yeah, okay. I am frozen.
Okay, that's fine.
Thank you, Robert.
Shout out, Rob.
But you can still see the video?
Yeah, we can see the video fine, yeah.
Okay.
Look at that, dude. He just slings it all over the place. Like, you know what's crazy? The piss missile he threw, I think, against where was the one where it was the back of the end zone and he threw it right at the back of the linebacker, and I think it was McConkey who made a play on it. That's when you know this guy's just special, dude.
This one's crazy.
Oh, yeah. Just a dog.
That touchdown that he threw to McConkey, the second touchdown that he threw to McConkey, he shouldn't, like, no quarterback should be able to do that. You're moving to your left, but you're slinging it with your right hand.
Yeah.
And you're getting it right in there. Like, that's
the toughest throw to make in football. Cross your body, moving to your left. I like what Alex says here. I like what Emmanuel Ocho will be punching his pillow when Herbert gets weapons and a guard in the center. I'll tell you one thing, Alex. I hope when he punches that pillow, it's, there's a brick in that pillow and he breaks his hand. That guy's an idiot.
I'm gonna jump out and jump back in. Behave.
Oh, it's a Dan and Daygo show. What do you see? What do you say? What do you know? How's everybody feeling for Saturday, honestly? Because I think, on the road, again, they don't have the next couple games are not going to be super tough, at least on paper. And I think they could get to a little bit of a run here, right? Let me pull this up real quick. Chargers schedule. They play the Browns this weekend, which I think is very winnable. The thing is, right, defensively especially, you can't let Jameis Winston get going, right? Jameis Winston, we've seen in years past, have the ability to pass the football. I still remember the year where he led in passing yards, touchdowns, and interceptions. I thought that was hilarious. But and then they have a big win against the Ravens last week, so they're going to be pretty fired up. So and then especially playing on the road, that's going to be tough. But I mean, I think they can do it, Frau. I think they could go on a little 3-game win streak before he faces Big Brother at home.
This game is going to tell you everything about where this could potentially go because this is going to be a tough road game. They know,
especially because they have a solid defense, dude. They have a solid defense. Like they have some guys.
Justin Herbert over the last 3 weeks, Dan, he's thrown for 865 yards, which is 3rd in the NFL. He has a PFF grade of 91.7, 2nd in the NFL. He has a passing grade of 90.9, 1st in the NFL. 8.9% big time throws, 2nd in the NFL. And he just had a career high 95.3 PFF grade against the Saints.
This guy's just different. He wakes up in the morning, he pisses excellence. It's just great to see. You know what I mean? So I think, again, if they can give him time and slow down these pass rushers, I think they're going to be okay. Like, you know what I mean? They just have to be able to stay ahead of the chains. When you don't have an explosive offense or a very good offense, the thing you have to do more than anything is stay ahead of the chains. You have to get to 3rd and medium, 3rd and short. Don't be trying to play hero ball and then you're left with 3rd and 10, 3rd and 15 and stuff like that. Everybody be disciplined. Use the snap count. No stupid penalties. Oh, for me, I agreed with Scott Hansen. That was one thing he said. He won Halloween or whatever. That was such a great costume. I couldn't believe it.
I love how much players invest in their Halloween costumes.
Oh, I think you love it, but I think it's just so funny and so silly. That easily cost them probably $30,000, and we're over here, trying to figure it out.
I love it. I'm all about it.
Yeah, it looks. I don't blame him. I'd have a pretty badass costume if I could afford it too.
So obviously, when we get into the game aspect of it, what's going to be interesting about this game is, by the way, I forgot to show you. Guess who was at your facility today?
Who? Salah? Robert Salah? He's making the rounds over there.
J.J. Watt.
J.J. Watt.
He says you will be very hard-pressed to find a better training facility than this anywhere in the world. Places an athlete is athlete heaven. Touche at Chargers.
I don't care about that. I don't even. Why that doesn't mean diddly shit to me. Supposedly the Chiefs have the
shittiest.
And besides the 12th man and everything else, all things equal, they've won 3 Super Bowls. That to me doesn't matter. Again, I worked out in a concrete weight room. Now the kids have something a lot better than I did, but it's just different, right? It's different. It's cool and everything else. But I just, as silly as this sounds, right? I like having kind of those, crappier things. I feel like it just gives you grit. You know what I mean? When you beat a team with a nicer weight room, you're like, oh yeah, we're just dogs. We're hungry. Row.
Yeah. No, and I agree. I mean, but this facility is a lot better than the one in Costa Mesa. I remember the Costa Mesa one was a little.
Well, of course it's going to be nicer. Didn't you see Jim laying plywood or whatever, him doing it himself and going to Home Depot?
That was actually pretty funny.
Probably extra.
There's a new Harbaughism, Dan.
Oh, really? Or are you playing the clip from playing bad offenses or no?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's just, pull it in or you can pull it down, like grab it. It's a win.
That's hilarious.
Or that way. No, just pulling it down. Grab that win and pull it in.
That's hilarious. That's what they took time to ask him about. His little thing like
that.
I
mean, he's not answering it. They're probably frustrated that he's not answering.
I could watch that guy's press conferences all day. Like, it's just so funny. Like, sometimes because he's a little bit older, I feel like he just widens his eyes and his glasses are so thick. He just kind of tries to look scary or he tries to look confused or dazed. And then he just kind of, ignores the questions and then he kind of laughs at people. It's kind of funny.
Somebody,
I think it's always
there he is
each week, taking a look at what you put on film and making sure that you're learning from your mistakes, your correction. And I think we've done that. I think there's things that we've cleaned up each week, still a lot of room for improvement. Still things that we can clean up, but as long as we're learning from our mistakes, watching the film, and like you said,
Alex, you're right.
Fun. I think our offense will go in the right trajectory.
I hope when this guy is finished playing and he's won the Chargers a few Super Bowls, whoever did the Dwayne Wade statue and the Cristiano, don't touch it, dude. You can't replicate that majestic beauty with that lion's. What is it? The lion's mane is his hair. Absolutely beautiful, dude.
He I don't know if, well, I can say it, I guess. He kind of reminds me of like when he does his press conference, kind of reminds me of Donald Trump. Like
Who?
the way he can Jim Harbaugh. He
The
weaves it the way that he wants to.
It's hilarious, dude.
He
It's
wants
hilarious.
to take it. Like you
It's
ask him about
hilarious.
something, and he completely goes. You know what?
I'm still laughing at that. I'm not a doctor. That's not my degree.
Oh, I know. But it's so funny because it's like it just reminds me of what's it called? The movie when Anakin misses the changeling and and Obi-Wan's giving him shit and he's like, he went completely the other way. That's exactly how Jim is. Jim just goes whatever way Jim wants to take the conversation, that's what he's gonna take it. That's why I'm telling you, I want a Dan and Daygo and a
Can you
Dan
imagine
and
that
Daygo
sit down?
and
Can you imagine
Jim
that sit down?
Harbaugh conversation.
Dude, I would just ask him a few things and just let him go. I wouldn't even talk. I'd be there drinking my Coca-Colas, Coke Zeros. Shout out, sponsor your boy. I'm gonna keep saying it.
Let me answer Matt's question real quick. QJ and Chark were both, I think they were both limited today. It sounds like QJ could be back. Quentin, it sounds like could be back on Sunday, which would be a huge plus for the Chargers. They're going to need him. DJ was limited. Brendan Rice was limited with a shoulder. Lad McConkey was limited with a hip.
Jesus.
But yeah, Quentin was limited. Well, it's one of those weeks where I'm sure they're both lists are very long. Joey Bosa did practice today in a limited fashion. A lot of people.
Where's Rob? Where's Rob? Get in there, Rob.
He had re-aggravated his hip, but it looks like he was limited. He was out there. The only guys that did not practice were Denzel Perryman with a toe, but he did the same thing last week. He did the same thing last week. Stone Smart with an ankle, and Christian Fulton and Will Disley. Those guys did not practice. Dan, oh my God.
Matt. Yeah, you saw Matt?
Yeah. But it should be it's an interesting game because of the aspect of I felt like last, and I said this on the Chargers Spanish podcast because they had me on today. I appreciate it. I said that this is an interesting game because last week the Browns were on a high against the oh my God, Alex. Joey Bosa. God, you guys suck. The Browns were on a high last week. No Deshaun Watson. Jameis Winston comes in. Jameis Winston is one of those guys that oh my God. He's one of those guys that kind of comes out and he's very excited. Like he's very excited to start. He's getting the start. Then obviously the team rallies around him. They beat the Ravens, but can they continue that? That's going to be the big question moving forward if they're going to continue that. Now, the stats are a little misleading. Why do I say that? They what's my point? So obviously last week against the Ravens have the 32nd ranked secondary in the NFL. So obviously the Browns were going to be able to do basically at will. I mean, Jameis was 27 of 41, 334, 3 touchdowns. So the Chargers are a different defense. They're a little bit more toned down. They're savvy when it comes, and they're more disciplined than Baltimore's defense, which is crazy to say about a Baltimore Ravens defense, but they were more they're better disciplined this year. You have longer cornerbacks, which will be interesting to monitor because like Elijah Moore is a little bit of a smaller guy. He had 8 catches for 85. Jerry Jeudy 5 catches for 79. David Njoku, I shouldn't say that name because I'm sure you guys it hurts your ears. 5 catches for 61 yards, 1 touchdown. So they have some playmakers. Obviously, Amari Cooper's no longer there, so you take away their primary playmaker. But still, the Chargers need to be wary of that. And then Nick Chubb is 2 games in. 16 carries for 52 yards, 3.3 average. That's he's still getting himself back from that injury, but the Chargers are going to need to be very disciplined, and I think it's going to be one of those hard hitting games. By the way, Dan, this weekend it's Jim Schwartz versus Jim Harbaugh again.
Oh, that's right. Since the infamous handshake.
Yeah. So he's definitely this is definitely going to be interesting, but yeah, that's my thing. The Chargers are going to need to come out. They're going to need to be physical with the Browns. They're going to need to be physical with Zadarius Smith, with Myles Garrett. Their defense flies around. Denzel Ward has a concussion. He didn't practice. Who knows if he'll go this weekend? Jeremiah Owusu, Koramoah did not practice, and I think they already said he's not going to play this weekend. So that's going to be a huge loss because he's a big part of their defense. So should be interesting. But what's something that you're kind of looking for?
I kind of like what Gerardo says here, right? He says we can't allow this game to get close, and we need a big lead early. I think this is exactly what the key for success is on Sunday. You got to be able to put up points, number one. You got to be able to sustain drives, especially in a game on the road. The weather might not be great. A team who's 2-6 coming off a big victory. The closer this gets – sorry, let me rephrase. The tighter this game is towards the end, you're playing right into the Cleveland Browns' hands. That's exactly what they want and what they need, right? So what you have to do early, establish dominance on the line of scrimmage. They're going to try and run Nick Chubb. This isn't the Chargers of old where they're not going to give up a lot of yards on the ground and everything else. They've been more physical. That's exactly what you got to do first off. Stifle them and make, and just get after Jameis Winston. We've talked about it a few times. Pass rush hasn't been getting there as much as it had earlier in the season. Whether that's a depth issue and stuff like that, guys aren't as fresh, whatever. They got to figure it out one way or another, right? They have to disrupt Jameis Winston's timing, okay? Force him to panic. The guy will turn the ball over. You've seen that before when he's
30.
quarterback. Yeah, 30 and 30.
That's why they brought in Tom Brady.
Exactly. You got to force him into turnovers, right? Get after him early. Offensively, most important thing you got to do is protect Justin Herbert. Depending on the weather, I think you're going to see similar game plans moving forward where, they're going to try and get Herbert passing a little bit more, not for the stats, not for the reporters who are having a stroke because they can't vote for him for MVP or whatever, but because more than anything, if the pass is a real threat, that's going to cause defensive coordinators, linebackers, corners, whoever, be a little bit further off the line of scrimmage, maybe not be so heavy coming downhill. And, just freezing them that split second could create a positive running lane. And that's the biggest thing, right? That's what they have to do. Sustain drives, take time off the clock, and put points up on the board. I know I sound like you probably think I'm talking like ball coach McCoy for an hour or something like that. The best 53 men will be.
We'll ask Eric on
on Friday.
Eric. Yeah. Another thing is too, besides playing disciplined football, is like you said, the Baltimore Ravens dropped multiple interceptions. They could have had a couple, like Kyle Hamilton hit him right in the hands and he just dropped it.
Yeah.
There was some that you just saw them drop and you're like, what is going on here? So the Chargers are going to need to be sticky fingers with that one. Elijah Molden, we've seen it. He doesn't drop.
He almost had 3 on Sunday.
I know. That one wasn't it? Like there was one where they said that it hit the ground, but I never saw the ball even move.
Probably. I mean, I don't remember.
There was one where I was just like, I don't know if I believe that was an interception, but
I'm living so much day to day. I don't even remember what happened last week, dude.
Dan, Brown's cornerback. Well, Matt, I'll get to your thing right now. That's a funny comment. Speaking of one of the people that Matt just mentioned, this is Brown's cornerback, Greg Newsome, on Justin Herbert.
Yeah, I think he's one of the only guys that can throw a dot off his back leg. Like a lot of teams that we play is like make them throw the ball like this. He's a guy that can make every single throw. I definitely think he's probably got the best arm talent we've gone against so far this year. So that's definitely a guy where, you got to be true at all times. We just got to find a way to plaster our guys and be great in phase 3, which
You're telling me Lamar Jackson has won the MVP twice? Shut up. Son of Odin. God of lightning. You see what I'm saying? I'm not the only one who believes this. It's the stooges with the loudest microphones who say the opposite. It's unbelievable to me, honestly. Like, the way this man's been so disrespected early in his career, absolutely, it reminds me of Kobe, honestly. The way he used to get disrespected by these stooges and these pundits, it's unbelievable, honestly.
There's a belief in the NFL that if the Chargers win this weekend, that there could be a fire sale in Cleveland. So that's what Matt put right here. Matt's like Njoku and Newsome dipping on the team and flying back on the Chargers plane. Isn't that funny when that happens in baseball, when a team's playing each other and they have to go from one clubhouse to the other one when they're
across
in the
way,
same city? Yeah, like it's the funniest thing ever.
They're gonna drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
It'd be funny to see. It'd be funny to see that happen. But people are saying that Newsome could be let go for a 6th or 5th round pick. That's I mean, if you had Newsome, Fulton, Tarheeb Still, and
Cam Hart,
that'd be a good combination. I'll tell you one thing. Today, Jim said he was asked about Asante Samuel Jr., that he could potentially return next week. And he was very, how do I want to put this? He pushed it to the side, but he did it differently than he usually does. I'm wondering if Asante's shoulder injury is worse than what they've kind of said it is. And he's going to be out for a pretty, I'm not trying. Yeah. Sean Mania. Yeah. I remember that one. I'm not trying to play guessing games or anything, but just the way Jim kind of, like, usually he'll say, oh, it's day to day, blah, blah, blah. He goes, yeah, we'll see what happens when the time comes. Like, it's a family decision. It's a team decision. It's a trainer. It's an MD decision. So it's going to be interesting to see if Asante does end up coming back when his thing is up. This week, though, this weekend, DJ Chark does not have to come back. DJ Chark has until next Wednesday to be activated on the 53-man roster. So just for you people out there keeping score, he still has a little bit of time. It'll be interesting to see if they do activate him. He's been limited ever since he returned, and the 21-day window was activated. So we'll see if he does end up going this weekend. Quentin might be back, so that'll be a good addition for them. Jeffrey says that Cam Hart isn't giving up that spot. Dan, I do have a graphic for you. Dan, did you know that there's only one team in the NFL that has allowed less than 10 touchdowns this year? Do you know who that team is? Who? Dan, it's your team. They've only allowed 9 touchdowns this year. And they've had problems at cornerback with injuries and
God dang it. I was about to tell you, they don't even have the horses they want yet, and this is how they're playing, dude. I can't wait.
Cam Hart allowed 3 targets, 1 catch for 7 yards on Marvin Harrison Jr., and he allowed 1 catch, 15 yards at Chris Olave.
A dog on 3 targets for both. Wow.
Jorge. Yeah, this is definitely big for we have another live. Yeah, Jorge, we decided to do it today because tomorrow is
that's hilarious, Matt. Look at this.
Look at this. Oh my
Cam
God.
hit Olave so hard it knocked Asante out for this season. Oh my God, Alex, that's funny. DJ Chark costume is the Invisible Man. That's hilarious. I think this is but this is what I'm talking about, right? Like, this is why, in my opinion, again, I know I've been saying it like a broken record, so I won't waste too much time on it. This is why I think they're not going to make a trade, because I think you have the advantage of having Harbaugh. He'll find the Cam Harts. He'll find the, Joe Alts. He'll find those type of players in the draft. because again, he recruited a lot of those guys out of high school. So he's going to know a lot of these guys for the next 4 years. So, hey, Jorge, if you dress up like the Compas or one of the Compas for Halloween, make sure you send it, tag it. We'll throw it up on the show. Tag us on Instagram or anywhere. Feel free.
He's talking about if we're gonna dress up and have costumes.
Oh, my bad. I thought he was talking about him dressing up like one of us. I was about to say that would be kind of funny. Feel free to do it. Tag us. We'll share it.
You know, the other interesting part of Herbert is the fact that, like I said, he's only turned the ball over twice.
Yeah. Well, but that's his MO. He's not a guy who's going to turn the ball over. Like,
no, and I completely understand, but I'm just saying it's just an incredible stat that he's done that.
Yeah. Well, especially with how much pressure he's faced, how much, how many hits he's taken, that's the biggest thing. But like when you have, a size, oh my God, when you have, as big of a brain as he does, he understands that like again, the only thing I wish he would do a little more is get rid of the football, either throwing it at someone's feet, throwing it out of bounds, whatever. That way he doesn't take the sack and he doesn't, get hit. Exactly. Herbert with a pit bull costume. Shout out, dog.
No, Jorge, I do like Halloween, but I just don't like dressing up. Like, I'm just not a fan of
next year maybe we'll do a live where all four of us
we'll do it in person
costume.
next year, and we'll all dress up as something.
We'll do and then we'll ask you guys to send your costumes. Best costumes win a prize next year. We got big plans going. We're dreamers. We're gonna reach for the stars, dude. Just like Woody in Toy Story. Not Woody Allen, kind of a freak, but Toy Story.
Oh, you're
Woody.
a dreamer?
Yeah, of course we're gonna make it.
Oh, all right. Adios.
We're gonna do it.
The current NFL standings right now, Dan, your Chargers would play the Houston Texans.
I should send this shit to Steve right there. That's my bet. That's me cashing in my bet right there.
Dan,
the Broncos.
I
thought the Broncos were the 2 seed. I was looking at this so wrong.
No, they're the 5 seed, but they're only the 5 seed because they played one more game than the Chargers.
Yeah, they're 6-2, right, or something?
No, they're 5-3.
Okay.
Dan, I think those Houston Texans wouldn't be happy facing you.
I don't think so either. I think, honestly, like I said, this Chargers team is going to be so gritty, you don't want to face them in the playoffs. They're going to run the football. I think they're only going to get better as the season progresses, especially defensively. But
that number 2-7 matchup in the NFC would be fire.
Oh, Houston and Chargers?
Yeah.
I think we've seen that one before, too.
No, my bad. I meant the Commanders and the Eagles.
Oh, yeah. In season or in division. Exactly, Jorge. Them Texans are gone if they play the Chargers, dude.
Dan, you would have to go to that game.
In Houston?
Yeah.
We'd have to have, first off, the biggest thing we'd have to do if this is actually happening, we'd have to get Gilberto to pick the Texans. Because if not, no dice, no chance. That way he gets the curse over there.
By the way, I do have
Jeff.
I do have something for you.
Oh, what do you got?
So Gilberto in SI came out with one trade for the Chargers to make. No, Jorge. Dan, look, Jorge's trying to say that the Gilberto curse has been lifted.
Jorge, what world are you in? That thing is never going to be broken. I don't care if they win the whole thing. Not at all.
Oh, because he does have 2 turnovers. He has one interception and he has 1 fumble against the Panthers. The play where he got bent backwards. He fumbled the football on that play, and that was a turnover. So he only has 2 turnovers this year. Dan, how many does a certain other quarterback have?
9.
9 interceptions.
9, 8 touchdowns. But he's the MVP. My God, what is this league coming to?
Lombardi, like Joe Lombardi or Vince Lombardi?
No, I think he's talking about Vince. I think people think Jim's crazy.
Thought it was I thought it was like something because
yesterday
Robert was the one throwing it to Gilberto that he needs to go to Denver to go cover Sean Payton, his beloved Broncos.
Oh my God. I love this. I love that Jorge came up with a backstory.
No,
The curse
Jorge.
gets lifted every
Dan,
100 years.
that curse can't be lifted.
That is hilarious. I just love that now the Hilberto curse, there's a lore behind it. There's like a whole myth. I love it, dude. I love it. Keep it up, Jorge.
So here is who he has the Chargers trading for. Swing past Joe. The trade a 4th round pick to the Giants for Darius Slayton.
Okay, I like that a little more.
If Justin Herbert doesn't lose his mind with the Chargers' current wide receivers, he's a better man than most. Los Angeles is on the fringe of the playoff picture and could bolster its chances by trading for Slayton, who, despite playing with Daniel Jones, has gone over 700 yards in 4 of his 5 seasons. Additionally, the Chargers could extend Slayton at a reasonable number after the season, making him a part of the team's future.
That's not a bad one, actually. I had thought about him the other day, but and he's on the younger side, isn't he?
Yeah, but he did say something about Herbert.
Oh, so Matt's right here. What do you say about Herbert?
Hold on, let me get it for you.
If he insulted him, send him to the moon. He can have fun in New York. We're gonna find out right now, Alex, if this little bastard's talking about the son of Odin.
Here we go.
He's on a roll.
Darius Slayton was defending Daniel Jones. They can probably tell you that he's a top 5 quarterback, but under what logic can you really make a case of that he's a top 5 QB?
Who?
Talking about Justin Herbert.
Oh, this guy's an idiot. Leave him in New York. He deserves it. He deserves to get the shit kicked out of him every Sunday. Yeah, right. No thanks. Won't trade a 4th for it. Can't do it. Won't do it. Can't win with him. Can't coach with him. Well, I forgot the other one.
Okay, here we go. I think it's because we play in prime time a lot. We're media covered a lot. We're the Giants. If we were the Jaguars, like, you don't hear anybody say anything about Trevor Lawrence or Justin Herbert for that matter.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
If you ask people about Justin Herbert, they'll probably tell you he's a top 5 quarterback, but under what logic? Can you really make a case for that he's a top 5 quarterback? You just believe he's capable of that because you see the big arm. Basically, that he's big, he's tall, he has a rocket of an arm. You assume his processing is good. You assume he's smart and all these things. You actually you don't actually know though.
Can the NFL piss test this guy to make sure we know what drugs he's on? That was the dumbest thing I've ever heard, that we play in prime. Dude, the Giants haven't been relevant since Obama was president in 08. What are we even talking about? Or 09?
No,
or whatever?
11.
When they win the Super Bowl?
12.
12?
Yeah. They beat
either way, Obama was still president. What are we even talking about? That's over 10 years. I don't even want to hear it. He was probably in college or something else. Roll the tape, guy. You have access to the All-22 like everybody else. You're telling me he's not a top 5 quarterback with the stuff he's had to deal with out there?
Joseph, I don't know if he switched over to being a Raider fan, Rey Mysterio. I think they just paid, like the Rams paid him last year or 2 years ago to go out there. So he's just kind of making the rounds. They had him there because they're promoting WrestleMania. So that'll be interesting. All right, Dan, let's start rounding it up. Who's your X factor?
I think it's going to be as I probably pick this every week, but I think it's going to be the Chargers offensive line. I think you got to be able to give Herbert time. You got to be able to establish a run, sustain drives. That's the biggest thing. Sustain drives and kill the clock. So I'm going to take the Chargers offensive line.
I'm going to go with 4. Khalil Mack, Tuli Tuipulotu, Joey Bosa, and Bud Dupree. They're going to need to get heavy amounts of pressure on Jameis Winston, and they're going to also – one thing that I think they've done a great job at is they've settled in, and and those edge rushers have done a really good job against the run. They've really helped. They've really put their helmets in there. And today when I was on the Chargers Spanish podcast, we were talking to Thule, and Thule said, "Look, I see Khalil Mack putting his helmet in there. I see Joey putting his helmet in there. I see Bud putting his helmet in there. How am I not going to do the same thing?" He's like, "I've made an emphasis this offseason on putting my helmet in there and making sure I'm a better run stopping edge rusher." And I'm like, dude, like you can tell that he has really gotten a lot better at that, and the sacks will come for him. But as of right now, he's been a really good run stopper, so he's doing a good job. So oh my God, Matt. Yeah, no, they're just sticking with their 3 linebackers as of now. The edge rusher, Tremont Morris Brash. Yeah, no, they're keeping him down there. I think they're waiting to see, because they also have Igbanya, from Alabama. So they have him on the roster. So they've used him at edge a couple times, well, when he's been active. But and Joey will be on the side. God, you guys are terrible. But yeah, that's exactly what I think. I think those 4 are gonna have to be physical. I think they're gonna have to get pressure on Jameis Winston. Jorge, you do that on purpose. They're gonna need to be all over Jameis Winston, and they're gonna need to take it to him. Who is a player to watch for you, Dan?
Player to watch. I'll go with Ladd McConkey. I think he's going to need another repeat performance. It's looking like he's starting to become more and more like Herbert's security blanket. That's what he really wants to go to. I think someone in the chat either Sunday or sometime recently said it best. He's a faster or more athletic version of Keenan Allen, and that's exactly what you need, right? So I'm going to go with Ladd. I think he needs to have another great game. That way they can sustain drives, keep moving the chains, hopefully score some points. Maybe Jalen Reagor. Is he all the way back, Frau?
Bobby Lashley is now at AEW. Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Let's see this, Dan. You'll love this.
What?
Dorsey said that he's been preaching to you to play smart but not conservative. What do you expect from yourself?
This is the day that the Lord has made. I will be glad and rejoice in it.
You're looking really focused right now. You told us this week that everyone inside this building believes that this is the time you guys can turn it around. What's been the message?
Unwavering faith, ultimate belief, depending on the Lord. That's all we got.
You told me.
I would love to know how pissed that sideline reporter was with that. Dude, I've been seeing so many memes of like, Jameis can never retire. He needs to stay on an NFL sideline for these sound bites. And it's like the funniest thing ever. Like,
you know, it's funny. Mark Sanchez was on Cowherd's show, and he was talking about, he said that about Flacco. He's like, I talked to Flacco last year when he was a member of the Jets, or 2 years ago when he was a member of the Jets, and he asked him, how long are you going to be here? He's like, until the wheels fall off, until they tell me the NFL no longer wants you, you're not good enough, we can't have you here. He's like, I'm going to keep this going. So
I don't blame him. I respect him.
Jameis seems like that kind of guy. And in a couple of weeks, they get to go visit the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans. Remember, they didn't want him. They wanted Derek Carr. So that's going to be interesting to see how that happens. X Factor, or the player to watch offensively, I'm not going to go with a Chargers player. I'm going to go with Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
Jameis Winston, I think, is going to make or break this game for both teams. If he turns into the old Jameis Winston, it's going to be a long day for him. But if he plays the way he did on Sunday, it's going to be a rough day for the Chargers. So definitely this is going to be a really interesting game. Dan, who you got winning?
Oh, give me the Chargers. If we don't lose, I'm going to tell you right now, if we lose this gosh dang game, tank the rest of the season. Go get a high draft pick. What are you doing? Are you doing something, or are you thinking over there?
Like, everything's telling me to pick the Browns for some reason.
Yeah, because you're thinking of the same old damn Chargers, Frau. And let me tell you something. Jimbo over there is not going to let that type of manure happen. He'll fight every single player at halftime before he does that.
I'll go Chargers 23, Browns.
Jorge knows where you want to go.
I've actually been pretty good, Jorge. I've only missed on 2 so far. So I'll go Chargers 23, famous Jameis 17. Yeah.
To 23-17?
Yeah.
All right. All right.
I'll say
Oh
that that's
my
how it
God, Ivan. That would be just terrible. I swear to God, I thought the game was going to finish 3-2, honestly.
Dude, it was
week.
yeah, you didn't like my tweet.
No, I didn't think it was funny, bastard.
I put on Sunday, the Chargers and the Saints are channeling their inner baseball. So I thought that was pretty funny. Dan didn't think so. Last thing, Dan. Who's the actor that everybody compares Joe Burrow to?
Oh, Macaulay Culkin. Oh,
Macaulay
that's
Culkin
hilarious.
dressed up as him for Halloween.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Isn't that great?
Oh, it's the best, dude. Now we just got to get them together and do something. That's
I
funny.
know they need to do a commercial or
See, I like Michael Pena. Jorge, we need to get Gilberto and Michael Pena together. That's for shit sure.
Dan, last thing, Joe Musiala, I think that's his name, from the Celtics head coach wants to bring back fighting in the NBA.
Yeah, that I'll tell you something. That'll at least boost our ratings. I sure as hell don't watch that game anymore.
The biggest thing that we rob people of from an entertainment standpoint is you can't fight anymore. I wish you could bring back fighting. I just don't get why some sports are allowed to clear benches. We just have a ball. The other sport has one of the hardest surfaces and playing instrument in pucks and sticks, and we're not allowed to throw down a little bit.
Oh, I agree. That would do wonders for ratings. I don't watch basketball anymore. I can't do it. It's so grotesque.
And then last thing before we head out, oh my God. A little happy Halloween to you guys. This video is pretty funny.
Waking up my BF as different Halloween movie
I
characters.
saw that today.
For a week.
It's showtime.
The hell, Brittany?
I'm the ghost of the most, babe.
I feel like this is your true self.
Get used to it, bub. Beetlejuice. We are a couple.
The only person who gets to torture my brother is me.
Yeah, go with bangs.
How pissed would I?
Actually, the mom, Mrs. Voorhees. Did you know that she was actually the killer in the first one?
Don't let her leave, Mommy. I won't, Jason. I won't.
Okay.
That one was funny.
Here's Johnny.
Jesus Christ, Brittany.
If you want to shine something, shine this.
Have you never seen the movie?
While you're at it, give me coffee and a sandwich.
He doesn't say that.
That is great.
That's
all right. We appreciate you guys so much for jumping on another episode of What's Up, Bolts. We will be back on Sunday at around 1:30 after the Chargers game.
Alex and Jorge, I like your comments right there about the.
Oh my God, that is amazing.
That is hilarious.
So we'll be back on Sunday, probably around 1:30. Let's do Joseph. We appreciate you. Let's do 1:30 for the match for the.
We won't be late. We won't be late this time.
We won't be late that day. We won't be late on Sunday, but make sure you guys hit the notification button so you guys know when we are going live. Again, you guys are. Oh my God, Matt. Yeah, that does look like Burrow. Wait, what?
He said Wednesday I'd do on a Thursday.
He's making
hilarious.
He's making fun of you?
Idiot. Wednesday the person I do on a Thursday.
Oh, my bad.
Why the hell would he make fun of me? I didn't do anything.
No, because you said, because you know how you said, on a Thursday, and then it was like, no,
yeah.
My bad. That's my bad.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna show up at 1:30, Jorge. So you better be here. I sometimes I don't see you here on Sundays, but you're probably doing homework or something else. But yeah, make sure you guys tune in on Sunday. We will have your full recap. We'll on a Tuesday club
going up.
The Adams family. Yeah, no, my bad, Robert. Sunday, Jorge, Sunday, we will be here after the Chargers game. Make sure you tune in.
Now I think he's making fun of me.
So make sure you guys are here on Sunday. We'll have fun. We will talk about the game. Will Dan be drinking for
I hope not. I hope not.
happiness or for sadness? We will see. Sunday, I'm busy doing the Lord's work. Well, Jorge, we appreciate you. You're the best. You guys are also the best. We appreciate everybody. Alex, Matt, Jorge, let's see, Ivan, Joseph, Emma, Sam. I don't know what the heck that was.
Rob, shout out Alex. Matutska, I think.
78.
Ivan, shout
Jeffrey, Ivan. Yeah, Robert, you guys are the best. Appreciate every one of you. We will see you on Sunday. So make sure you guys oh my God, Ivan. Make sure you guys tune in. You guys are the best.
Hope so, Ivan.
Dan, let's get out of here.
Be a compa, tell a compa, be smart, be safe. See you all on Sunday. Let's go, baby.